Hey there folks, Scottsdale Travel Chick Sidekick, here again to tell you about our trip to Puerto Rico, America's Commonwealth in the Caribbean. We've broken our trip into two videos. The first video covers the history on Puerto Rico and Ponce de Leon, who founded it, and then Old San Juan and beaches nearby. This second video will cover the two best day trips you can take in Puerto Rico. If you want to learn more about Puerto Rico's history and details on the San Juan area, please click the link above to see our first video on Puerto Rico. In this second video, we're going to cover those two best day trips you can take. A day trip to El Yunque Rainforest and a day trip to Culebra Island. First up, El Yunque Rainforest. El Yunque is about a 1-hour drive from San Juan, and you can do this park either as a guided group tour from about $100 per person, or rent a car and do it yourself for about $25 a person. Of course, we rented a car so we can make our own schedule, but either way, it will take a full day to see the primary sights. You'll enter the park on Route 191, and there is basically one road running through the park. In order of what you come to along the way, these are the primary sites you'll want to see. El Puerto Visitor Center. You can pick up a map or learn other points about the park before you enter. During COVID, this was closed. Next up, La Coca Falls. These are the first falls you'll come to as you enter the park. Okay, where are we at?
We are at El Yunque. I hope I'm saying that right. I like the sound of it. And this is our first waterfall.
Which is what?
This is called La Coca Waterfalls, and it's just past the entrance.
No place to go skinny dipping yet?
No.
Maybe later, for you.
No.
You'll next come to Yakahu Tower, which was constructed in 1963 and one of two towers in the park. You can climb to the top for the best views in the park. Unfortunately, it was closed for renovations when we were there. Moving along Route 191, you'll soon come to Juan Diego Falls. Here there is a short quarter-mile hike you can do to a couple of small waterfalls.
Okay, so we're on our first hike. Oh, look at that. There's a little tiny lizard up on top. We're headed to Juan Diego Creek.
I already got it. Yeah. This is the end of the trail. Little waterfall, and then we go back down gracefully like the Scottsdale Travel Chick is doing. It's a short trail, but kind of rocky. And you follow the creek the whole way. Next up is Bono Grande. Bono Grande was built back in the 30s as a natural spring-fed swimming pool. It is no longer used as such and is now overgrown, but a beautiful site to explore. There are also a number of hiking trails which lead away from the area, one of which being the main El Yunque Trail.
Leading along here. I'm going to try and go that way.
Next up is the primary hike we'd recommend you do in the park. There are many hikes, but if you do only one, make it this one, the Mount Britton Trail. It's a 1.6-mile out and back trail with almost 600 foot of elevation change. But it's not too hard, and believe it or not, the entire trail is paved. The destination is the second observation tower in the park, where you can climb to the top for some great views. All right, where are we going?
We are headed up Mount Britton. We're going to hike up this hill. There's a tower on the very top, and not a lot of parking spots, as you can see.
Tower up there.
It's way up there.
I think what's cool are these little palm things that are growing out of the trees with other little palms. Like here's one here. That's pretty cool. At 3/4 of the way along the trail, you'll hit a road for a short distance, and then you're almost there.
Okay, so as you're coming up these steps, you reach a road. That means that you are more than halfway there, we think, and kind of out of breath.
At the end, you'll find the second observation tower, and again, you can walk to the top to see the sights.
Okay, we're gonna come up here. There's some stairs. Oh yes! Oh yes! Yay! We made it!
All right, so we just finished it.
Yay!
How was that?
It's so good, so worth the hike up here. And it's all smooth, just a few steps, which is not bad. And it's all kind of like a cobblestone. And it's so worth the view. And I know I complain a lot, baby, but it was worth it.
Then you basically turn around and head back the way you came up.
As my trainer would say, dishes are done.
The final site on our list of must-sees is Lamina Falls. This is one of the most popular waterfalls in the park, but unfortunately, it was closed while we were there during COVID. Assuming it's open, it should definitely be on your list. Well, one day trip down and one to go. Definitely don't miss checking out the sights at El Yunque during your next trip to Puerto Rico. The other day trip you shouldn't miss during a visit to Puerto Rico is Culebra Island. This island has a number of great beaches and is also known for great snorkeling and diving. Some say it's the best place in Puerto Rico. Again, you can do this trip as a group tour or on your own. Either way, it's about an hour drive, an hour required wait at the ferry pier, and a 40-minute ferry ride to the island. And you'll need to get up really early to make the ferry.
Well, it's 7 a.m. We got up at 5:30 to 6 because we got to catch this ferry. And the ferry is going to take us to a beach. It's supposed to be one of the most beautiful beach destinations, or some people have said, in the world. So we're going to check it out. You can also rent golf carts, and I think we're going to try and experience that a little bit today, so we'll let you know. Okay, so we are headed on the Puerto Rico fast ferries.
So it was a bit windy here, so I turned the volume down on this video. But it's a great view from the top, so if you can stand the wind, I'd recommend sitting outside. You'll arrive at the ferry pier in the only real town on the island. That area is walkable, and there are a few eating and drinking establishments nearby. But beyond that, you'll need to take the tourist bus or rent a vehicle to get to the beaches. We rented a golf cart. The primary beach, or at least the most famous beach on the island, is Flamenco Beach. It's a mile-long white sand crescent, which was rated the third best beach in the entire world by TripAdvisor. Fun fact, this area of the island was used for U.S. military exercises up until 1975. 2 old Sherman tanks remain from that era, one on the beach, which is famous for Instagram picture taking, like these. Okay, here we are on famous Flamenco Beach, and there's one person down there, maybe 2 down by the tank, and then 2 people down there. So we have it all to ourselves. The far west side of the beach is where the tank is located. So of course the Scottsdale travel chick had to at least make it to there, right? Doesn't look like low tide. I turned the volume down here again because of the wind, but as I mentioned, we were here during COVID, so we were really lucky. We had this entire beach to ourselves for over an hour and a half. We might have seen 3 people while we were there. After Flamenco Beach, we went to Tamarindo Beach. It's not the prettiest beach on the island, but if you like secluded snorkeling with turtles, then this beach might be for you. I snorkeled quite a ways out and was rewarded with seeing a couple of turtles as well as a ray. It's not a coral area, but grassy, and that's what the turtles like. It was actually quite an experience for me because there was absolutely nobody in the water or on the beach. It was just me out in the ocean swimming with some turtles and rays. Finally, the last beach area we visited on the island was at the far south end, where you'll come to Soldado Point or Punto Soldado. On the drive there, you'll get to see much of what life is like on the island, passing many houses and small lodging options, etc. We wished we had a lot more time to spend here, as the 2 beaches look great for both snorkeling and just relaxing. But we were running out of time and we had to get back to the ferry pier for our return boat. So this is one of the beaches here at the point. Beautiful, flat, completely deserted. And then another beach. Beautiful beach. Nice and clear. We covered a lot on our day trip, but just so you know, there are 3 other well-known beaches to explore on the island if you want to stay overnight. Playa Rosario, which is mainly for snorkeling. Playa Rascasa, which has a short but challenging hike down to the beach to get there. And Playa Zoni, another beautiful white crescent beach that's 3 miles long on the northeast side of the island. Well, there you have it, our 2 recommendations for the best day trips to do in Puerto Rico, Yunque Rain Forest and Culebra Island. We hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please be sure to follow us and give us a like. And don't forget to check out our other Puerto Rico video focused on the San Juan area. Until next time, see you later.